Let's get in Sameer Dalal into this conversation, market expert from Natvarlal and Sons. Great to have you. And Vineeta Sharma, Head of Research at Narnolia Financial, is also joining us in this discussion. But first, coming to you, Sameer, your overall reaction, because you're seeing, as far as estimates go, Hindalco has delivered in a big way. They've beaten street estimates. Whether you look at aluminium growth, which is 8%, it's a 2% beat. And in fact, copper was supposed to be on the downside, a negative kind of growth story. But you're seeing 2% growth, so there's outperformance there as well. And when you look at the net profit number, it has come in at 484 crores, which is 100 crore above street estimates. So on all counts, it seems to have done really well. What's your reaction?
So yeah, I mean, it seems. But what you also got to look at is the fact that aluminium prices and the copper smelting margins have come off, right? So from the previous year or from the previous quarter. And unless we start seeing a bounce back in that, just beating estimates is not going to be the driver that moves the stock up. So yes, it's a beat on earnings, but again, aluminium prices and the TCRC margins need to see an up move. Also, we need to see how they've done on the value-added products in the copper business. They've been talking about ramping up the capacities there and doing better. So if they've been able to do that, that could be one of the reasons that the copper side of the business has actually done slightly better than what the street earlier expectation was. So we need to get some more details on that. I mean, I don't have the details on me at the moment, so unfortunately I can't comment more. But yeah, it's a beat from what expectations was. But I still say it's not something that excites me, because till the commodity prices finally move up, I don't think we're going to see major movement in the stock either.
All right, let's just revisit these numbers. Piyush is just poring over them, and he's looking at more details, and more facts are becoming clearer. Piyush, is there clarity now on the kind of numbers that we're talking about for Hindalco's third quarter?
Yes, I think first flashes actually were including Utkal Alumina Refinery. Again, those numbers, the estimates were actually excluding Utkal Alumina Refinery. So again, if you adjust for that, and if I just look at the pure standalone operations, the numbers actually will be like this. Revenue almost in line with estimates. Again, that 8% growth versus last year is looking fine. When you go to the net profit, that number actually has come at 247 crores, and I'm excluding Utkal Alumina Refinery operation here. The number of net profit has come at 247 crores. That's a 34% decline versus last year. The estimate, and I think that stock now should not be in green. I think that should be moderating down here. So 247 crores versus last year of 377 crores. We are talking about the estimate of 385 crores. So excluding Utkal Alumina, that's the number which actually we were looking for. The number actually is looking almost like a more than 100 crore miss on the estimates here. So this is not a beat primarily, because earlier the flashes again which we were seeing, they were including Utkal Alumina. I'm making an important clarification here.
Yeah.
EBITDA is 1201 crores which has come, and if I compare that to the estimate, that's a 70 crore miss here, and I will say it's a 5.5% miss on the EBITDA estimate here. So Sameer, coming back to you, and this time it's excluding Utkal Alumina. That was the original consensus estimates about. And when I look at why there's a miss here, aluminium again, we actually are seeing a big miss on aluminium EBITDA. Copper EBITDA again, yes, there's a 2% outperformance, but on the aluminium front, they have missed again basically the estimates here. So what sort of reaction now you would be giving on it?
So my reaction doesn't change to what I said. The bigger problem for Hindalco is how the prices of aluminium and alumina will move, right? And the fact that aluminium prices have been coming off, we did expect the earnings to be a little subdued, and I won't say they're subdued. The numbers are not bad overall. If you look at it, they're a little bit below expectation, but till the prices stabilize and start moving up, I think this stock is going to remain under some amount of little bit of pressure. From the point that you may get a bit of volume increase, but you're not getting realization increase, and what's happening is your cost structure is almost at the lowest possible, so you can't really go too much lower, so you can't really help but have your margins contract, which you've seen in the aluminium business. So my reaction doesn't change from the fact that I don't think there's going to be an outperformance till we see stabilization and up move in the final product prices, that is alumina and aluminium.
Vineeta, do you agree with what Sameer is saying by way of the future and what it's looking like for both the aluminium business and copper? Aluminium, of course, we are seeing that 8% growth. Do you think that that level of growth is sustainable?
No, Yeah, see, if we look at the standalone Hindalco's performance in terms of sales or EBITDA or even the net profit, so all are a little below our expectations, what we have been expecting. And even with Utkal combined, the EBITDA looks to be better though, but not as encouraging. And early in the morning, we got numbers from Novelis. So Novelis' expectation was as such the Novelis were better and almost in line with the expectation, though there was a volume miss. So overall, if we analyze, I'm able to analyze that the volume is a key concern. On the aluminium front, they are operating at the full capacity. So Novelis, there has been a volume miss on account of China slowdown and UK Brexit or slowdown in the auto overall in the economy. So I think the volumes on the volume front numbers are not very encouraging, and EBITDA obviously stays a little volatile because of the prices how they are panning out. So I would say all in all okay set of numbers, but not very encouraging.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Vineeta Sharma joining us there, Head of Research, Narnolia Financial Advisors, as well as Samir Dalal, Natwar Lal and Sons. Good to have you on air with us and really give us your commentary in terms of how you're looking at those numbers. Time for us to really give you some exclusive details right here.